Hello and welcome to my drone video channel. This 6-minute video is a sample of the video shot by the DJI Spark, a small camera bird. It's being shot at this Bill Stanton Community Park here in Madison, Ohio, and what you're currently looking at is some cliffs along the shore of Lake Erie. Back in August of this year, I shot a video showing the bank swallows that inhabited all those little burrows and holes that you see in the side of the cliff. But all of those birds have migrated back towards South America, where they'll be wintering, and it's a good thing because today, 2 days after this shoot, we have 30-degree Fahrenheit or -2 centigrade temperatures with snow coming down. So they got out in time, and this beautiful scenery that you're seeing in front of you now with the beautiful colors. If there's any trees that haven't started to change after today's weather, I'm sure they'll start changing pretty quickly. But here we see the real nice colors. We got lots of brilliant yellows, oranges, and some reds mixed in with a fair amount of evergreens, which stay green throughout the entire season. And we're just gonna basically fly around the park and look at the trees. Out in the distance there in the west was the Perry Nuclear Power Plant. Now we're looking along the shore, more or less towards the west. We got part of the lake in there and some really nice trees. It's quite a nice shot there. And we're going to continue to rotate and fly over the park here. This park is now pretty much used as the community. Oh, that yellow Hummer that you see down below, there was a guy sitting in there watching the progress of my video shoot for the whole time I was there, and it was kind of interesting to put on a little show for him. Anyways, we're just flying mostly over these trees. I think currently at about 120 feet at this point, but I see a tree in the distance there that's a little bit higher, so we'll be ascending a little bit to make sure we don't run into any problems. And as we get going here, you see some really nice colors in these trees. I'm glad I was able to get this shoot in before the weather turns bad. When the winter sets in here in this part of the country, it's really hard to find days to get out and get some flights in, and but we still manage to get out, and we'll try to get up a video once a week, even if it's something of the lake freezing over or whatever. But back to this video here, we're continuing to fly over the park, and just taking in a sampling of the trees, even out towards in the distance. You can see that the colors have continued to change. You can see a rise way out in the distance. The land goes up and climbs. You see a cell tower there in the middle of the picture, and it seems no matter where I fly these days, you can't get away from cell towers. So I haven't had any real problems with interference from them, but I know some other people that have, so you always have to kind of keep an eye out for those kind of things. The sun was kind of playing dodge with some clouds up in the sky, so you'll notice like that yellow tree that we see right in front of us is really a bright yellow now, but as the sun ducks behind a cloud, it kind of loses a little bit of its brightness. And I think I'm going to pan down here a little bit, and it's hard to optimize the exposures for all lighting conditions, especially when they change so dramatically during the flight time. This is where we're aiming back towards the light, and we're getting ready to land. You can see me standing there behind a bench. You see some orange fencing off the area between the park and the lake, and that's to discourage people from getting too close to the lake because the ground is unstable due to erosion. But we're dropping down here, and looking at my battery, I noticed that I had, enough battery left to do a little sport flying. So there's not a whole lot of room in this area, but I thought I'd put the Spark into sport mode, which we do here, and now you'll see that it flies much faster and is much more agile, and you can really zip it around. I think in sport mode it'll top out at about a little over 35 miles an hour. The problem is in this limited area, I just start getting it up to speed, and then I'd have to turn, just so I wouldn't be running into any trees. Looking back on it, what I should have done is probably fly north-south and gone out over the lake, and then flown back, and that way I could have really opened it up, and probably been pretty cinematic coming back over the lake and over that cliff at 35 to 40 miles an hour. That would have probably made for some interesting viewing, but that's hindsight, as they say, is 100%. So we're turning around here and lining up to get ready to come in and land, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for stopping by. Leave a comment if you feel so inclined. Thumbs up also, and check out some of my other videos in my video list. Thanks for watching.